Hello and welcome to Quell. Now my name's Will, and what I want to do as a part of this series of videos that I'm doing on lone working is go through the 5 main headings. Now, first one is working without close supervision support. The second one I've done a video also on is home working and a bit of hybrid working, and this one is mobile workers. Now the interesting thing about mobile workers is, yeah, we can plot in our diary exactly where we're going to be that day, in our shared calendars, but things change. But what I try to do with mobile workers is I work from the basics. I say a lot around, well, okay, what have we got in our vehicle in the event of an incident? So have we got first aid pack? Have we got even tyre sealant? Which, again, there's a video if you want to go through the videos just to see. I also then talk around other things as well. Do we have any warm equipment or anything like that, like coats or anything like that, blanket, water, even dry foods if necessary. Not that you're going to camp out all night, but you know what I mean, if you have a breakdown, well, you could be there for quite a while. I then also then break upon it other things like do we have proper car recovery? Do we actually have things like what 3 words? Again, sorry to say it, but there is a video on our channel that will give you that idea. But when it comes to mobile workers, we've got to be prepared to make sure that we know the areas we're going to work in, firstly. And secondly, what is actually things like the mobile signal like? Sounds funny if you think about it, but if I'm going to be working in a certain geographical area where there's no phone signal, well, that could cause issues for myself. Because how am I supposed to communicate with my colleagues if the event of an incident or even an accident? Mobile workers, as it says in the title, are moving from A to B. And I don't mean inside of a building, it's going to say a certain parts of a building. I'm on about in a geographical area, whether that's in the urban environment or a rural environment. Mobile workers should realistically take a few minutes and say to themselves, right, okay, have I got enough equipment in my vehicle? Or even if I'm travelling via public transport, have I got carrying the right equipment? Then also looking at and saying, right, have I put enough information inside my calendar, or have I alerted enough people, staff, colleagues of where I'm going to be? And then you can build upon that when you get the basics right. Like you can even start working on, well, have you got a safe zone to go to? And what I try to encourage people, look at a geographical area of where you're working. Look at where you're working, where even other organisations are, say for instance other offices, and then say to yourself, well, if I have an incident in this area, well, probably I could go to this area, which is obviously somewhat like a hotel or a shopping centre, to feel safe, if obviously an incident occurred. And then I say to them, lastly, is this: how contactable do you really think you are? As I always joke, if I took your mobile phone away from you, would you be confident you would know how to contact somebody else? And yes, some people say, well, I carry 2 mobile phones. But I'm not being funny. If you've got no phone signal whatsoever and you're not in an emergency, well, who could you call? Just asking, what's your backup plan? So if you're a mobile worker or you have staff that mobile work for you, have you ever sat down and gone through it? What do they have in the vehicle? What do they have in the event of an emergency in the vehicle, I should say? Have they actually put enough information in their calendar, their diary? And just ask yourself, what if they did go missing? How would you find them? Thanks for watching. Next video I'm going to talk about briefly is actually, shall we say, being alone in a building. Stay safe, whatever you're doing, and bye for now.